What made us come today? What made us come today is the fact that we're being entirely overworked, criticised, and underappreciated, and it's an outrage. It's an outrage.
What are you angry about? We're already working really long.
We're angry about them forcing through contracts. What's new contracts they're not even bothering to negotiate with us for?
I think this is the first time in years that the entire NHS has banded together to say, no, things aren't perfect, but we stand together as a workforce, we stand together as a profession for our patients, not for ourselves.
So at the end of it, are we going to have a whole cohort of absolutely ruined doctors because they've been so emotionally exhausted, who aren't earning enough to live in this country, who haven't really been trained as well as I was?
Here basically to protest against the new junior doctor contract, which seems to me to be unfair and unsafe. It's unfair particularly for women, for part-time trainees. It's a really retrograde step. It's unsafe for patients because what we're being asked to do is we're being asked to split a currently 5-day full service and 7-day acute service overall over 7 days. We don't have the manpower to do that, and we're being forced into this by Jeremy Hunt.
Many of my friends are making the F1 applications at the moment, and a lot of people are questioning now whether they really want to do this as a career, going into a career where you might not be valued, and also all the debts that we have, which we've got through medical school, in the belief that we'll be able to pay them off. People are looking towards other careers which are welcoming them with open arms, and other countries where they can get what they want out of their job, which they can't get anymore here. So I think it's quite a demoralised state to be a medical student at the moment.
Oh, morale on the shop floor. Prior to the recent march, it was hitting an all-time low. People were demoralised. People felt that they were undervalued. We're busting a gut to make it work. Really, we are, because we believe in the team. We'd worked so hard over the last few years, really above and beyond, to make things work, especially when, within the news and the media, the crisis in A&E, the crisis in emergency medicine, we thought, yeah, we're going to rally and we're going to do this. Now, instead of being given a thanks, not even a thanks, but being recognised for that work, we're actually getting a massive slap round the face for it.
We understand money's short, but I think it's the fact we feel so let down and this is imposed on us. Well, I think if we were allowed to feel that we were appreciated a bit more. So, okay, the working hours need to change, but at least acknowledge the fact we are working on calls, Saturdays, weekends, and have that reflected.
As a GP and as a supervisor of junior doctors, so I want to show my support. And I'm gobsmacked at the way the government is dealing with this. And they say they're looking at this mass exodus of junior doctors. Let's play hardball with them. Let's persecute them. Let's not give them any leeway for negotiation and push them into a corner. That's just bad government, as far as I'm concerned. It's a really, really, really bad way to treat people.
Medical students, potential medical students, might get put off applying for medicine because they see these contracts being forced upon doctors who feel perhaps undervalued, and therefore they're going to get driven away. Perhaps to applying to other places in other countries for medicine, but also just getting into the NHS. And so you risk losing a very valuable, possibly intelligent workforce who can do a lot for the country and for the NHS, and you're kind of driving them away a bit.
We already have a recruitment crisis in several specialities. I work in 2 of them. Paediatrics is one and A&E is the other. We're hemorrhaging people. And why is that? Because the job is becoming harder and harder to do. It is affecting people negatively more and more because of that, because of the situation and the circumstances that we're in. And there are better options out there. And I think we should be the best option. We work in the best healthcare system in the world. We should be the best option. People from other countries look at our healthcare service and they envy us. But what they don't envy is the working conditions. They envy what it produces, and that's purely because of how hard the workforce works, but they don't envy the working conditions, and I think that's really unfortunate.
Most juniors just feel that we put in a lot of hard work and we love the NHS and we want it to succeed, but it feels that in these contract negotiations we're just not getting the respect that we feel that we deserve as professionals.
The government's attitude towards junior doctors is disgraceful. I find it offensive that they can tell the country that we need to protect bankers' bonuses because we can't afford to lose the good bankers, but apparently we can afford to lose the good doctors.